final year students of Textile Technology Department, the Maharaja Sayajirao University of Baroda, extend a warm welcome to you all today's seminar, Challenges and Opportunities in Textile Industry. We are delighted to have Mr. V.R. Sai Ganesh, sir, Chief Operating Officer, Textile at Zydex Group, Dr. Kushal Desai and Mr. Priyesh Pandey, sir, a distinguished alumni of our university with us today. I request Dr. Satyajeet, sir, Head of Textile Engineering Department, to felicitate Mr. V.R. Sai Ganesh, sir, with a bouquet. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Bharat Patel, sir, to honor Mr. V.R. Sai Ganesh, sir, with a shawl.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Praveen Pratihar, sir, to felicitate Dr. Kushal Desai with a bouquet. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Praganya ma'am to felicitate Mr. Priyesh Pandey, sir, with a bouquet. Thank you, ma'am. I request Dr. Satyajeet Chaudhari, sir, to deliver the formal welcome speech for today's event.
So good afternoon. આમંત્રણને માન આપીને આવ્યા. Thank you. So I welcome sir on behalf of Textile Engineering Department and Textile Chemistry Department. Together we have planned to have your lecture, sir. So I welcome you, sir, over here on today's lecture. I also welcome our alumni Priyesh Pandey, I think 2011 masters.
13. 11 to 13.
11 to 13 master's degree he did in man-made textiles. Then Kushal Desai is also alumni of Textile Chemistry Department. He did PhD under Bharat sir, and I'm waiting for him. Okay, so I welcome you all, sir, on behalf of MS University, and also I welcome my teachers, colleagues, and dear students. So I will not take much time and will request sir to start this lecture. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all. Am I audible? Yes. Good afternoon to everybody. Respected teachers and the students here. I first of all would like to thank Dr. Bharat Patel and Satyajeet for inviting me for delivering this lecture. I have been on the board of studies with this university for this department for the past 1 year. Because 1 year back onwards I have this association, but I know them even before that because of being the alumni of UDCT, which is now called ICT. I know about these people before, and it's good to keep this interaction. And this one has been that the bridge between the university students and academic as well as the industry. That bridge is very important, and we should make that bridge as strong as possible, because this is how that the onus is always on the alumnus. How the alumnus of the department, of your department, after going out, how you will link up with the department to bring the students up up to date is very important. Bachelor's in 93 and master's in 95. So it's almost 30 years back when I came to the industry, and what the industry was during that time and what I studied, the curriculum which was there was always a huge gap, because when I came out to the industry, then we came to know that what the reality is. In just a 6-week or 4-week implant training that is there part of the curriculum, it was there during my college days. It was 6 weeks of we used to call it implant training. So that time it was for a mill. Mill had all the old machinery like J-box and chain mercerizers and all that. Today, there is rapidly the change happening. The moment I came into the industry, no longer J-boxes were used. Jiggers were almost on the way out. Continuous bleachers came into place. So mercerizers, the chain mercerizers and all that, then everything became compact. So the whole continuous process, even the jet dyeing machines came in a big way, soft flow machines came. More and more, the material liquor ratio has gone decreasing. So we saw a lot of change, which is there, which was not taught in the major curriculum. So I always felt that if there was a connect to the industry, what is exactly there, because what I started doing was exactly not the same what I studied in the books. And textile industry is a very, very huge industry. The mother of all industries after agriculture in any country. India, it is even more. After agriculture, the biggest employment which is happening is in the textile industry. Yeah. A little bit about Zydex, because I am part of Zydex for the past 3.5 years. Both of my colleagues here have started their careers with Zydex, and it is proof enough that even after 15 years, 12 years, they are still with the company, means the culture of the company. What I would like to say is the culture of the company is very, very transparent, and we allow people who, there is a growth possibilities for people who use their brains. That means you should be thinking. You come in the morning, you think, this is our chairman's message, is you should keep thinking in terms of innovating, and we are innovating towards sustainability. We have brought some of our products which are already applied onto fabrics. So I would like to just request you all after the lecture, just have a look at it so that you get a feel what we as a company Zydex is doing for the textile industry. And we are, if anybody has interest to do some internships with us, you are most welcome. Contact our alumni, they can help you out with that. Okay. I chose this topic after we had the discussion, myself and Dr. Bharat, we were having just a conversation on how the industry is going, and the most hot topic nowadays is about what Trump has put up. So the challenges and the opportunities that are there in the textile industry. Okay. Before that, I would just like to take you through a little bit into detail what we are talking about textile industry. What do you consider about textile industry? A textile engineering student will think differently. A textile processing student will think differently. So I wanted just, and I would like students, you can please be interactive. Okay, anything you can please ask me, talk to me on this. Let it not be a monologue. I want it to be a dialogue. Okay. So, what is the industry according to you? Just anybody. What is the I would like to know from an engineering student, textile engineering, what he considers or she considers as textile industry. What is a textile industry? According to you, Yes, you can. Nobody is going to judge you. Please, you can feel free and talk. Is it spinning weaving or is it processing? What is it? Yeah.
Textile industry consists from fiber to all the processes consist of spinning, weaving, dyeing, and all the finishes we have done. It also includes the technical textile process.
Textile. Good. What's your name?
So,
Saurabh. You are from textile engineering or
textile technology.
textile? Thank you, Saurabh, for at least giving one start towards what we can have a dialogue. Okay. So first of all, I appreciate that being, standing out to give an input. That is good. Thank you, and keep this spirit on. And others also should do that, because when you open up and ask, it is nobody is or give your view. This is what generally in a industry, as a top management people will look at, is the drive of what you have. Even in meetings, if you participate in the meetings, however this one, you should come prepared and talk. So this is one input when you go to the industry. Please keep in mind is that you be able to voice out your ideas. Okay. Okay. Here, textile industry, he rightly said, right from spinning, weaving, knitting. Because if you want to go for t-shirts, it is knitting process. Then you go for processing, various processing which includes finishing also. I will just extend it a little bit more. In the textile industry, you also have garment industry. Because your garmenting is also happening, the made-ups are made. That means when you go to home textile, making of your pillow covers, your bed sheets. This is also industry which is part of textile industry. When you consider everything, fiber to end product, is the textile industry. I will take it a little bit more. Then when you come to opportunities, I will discuss that. Is because the industry is evolving in a very rapid way. We need to look at technical textiles. You mentioned that also. Is technical textiles. Technical textiles means these parachute fabrics, space suits, till space suits. Space suits is the space equipment. There also textiles is used. Bulletproof textiles are used. Soundproof textiles are used. Textiles is used in geotextiles. Agro textiles are different. When you have to use for mulching, there is a different type of fabrics used there. So everywhere textile is being used. Okay. So I would like you to this one is a few things we have added here. See up to technical textiles where it is defense, space, automotive. When you sit inside a car, just observe the headliner, roof liner, your car seat covers, everything is made of their textiles. Right? So in an everyday life, if you see, textile touches you in a lot of ways and means. So the importance of textiles is very high. I already mentioned a few. It is one of the oldest and largest industry in the world. Man started, when he started living, first textiles he used was, the raw leaves and, animal hides and all that. Slowly it has evolved. Today we are at a stage where we use three-piece suits. Yeah, we have, I sometimes jokingly say is that we evolved so much. The three-piece suit now again people want to have only, if you look at in the airport, you don't see people, I am overdressed. You feel you are overdressed because somebody, just like we use night suits, which we use in night suit, athleisure. Now we call it as athleisure. Now people want to wear track pants, t-shirts and come onto, even Hawaii chappals are okay. As long as, it is serving the purpose. So when you see there is a big diversity which has happened. When you look at your parents, grandparents, saris maybe is worn by your grandmothers, not even your mothers, because the dressing this thing has changed. Okay, people used to tell me when I started the career and as a marketing, I used to go in Bangalore to the silk market. They said silk market is dying because nobody is buying silk sarees. Slowly it is going down. In marriages now nobody is using many sarees, and saree usage is going down. But on the contrary, it is textile industry will never go away, because as long as man is alive, the child is born naked, textile industry will remain. That is an opportunity for us. Please remember that when a child is born with clothes, that means textile industry can be shut off. So till then, you are in the right field. So you please do not see. There will be a lot of people will think, IT karna tha, AI karna tha, computer science karna tha. So these are all, now you see how many people because of H1B visa will come back. Textile people will never face this. So don't feel, that you have missed the bus somewhere. God has something good for you always. So please remember, be the best in your field. That is what I would request all of you, is whatever you have got it. Now see what best opportunity you can make out of this, and you should shine in this. That is more important rather than, a bubble will burst. Be constantly rising up. You see, just put some of the figures, okay? The global size is about $1 trillion US as of 24-25, which we see. And it is still growing. Okay? India itself will become $1 trillion economy soon. Okay? That is what we have been hearing. So you see, now the global economy of textile, only our economy will become that much. So you see, you are in the right place. So don't worry. People will talk about, Trump has come, these kind of headlines you would have seen, right? You would have seen this recently.
Yes.
Don't worry. When I was finishing my college, that time you would have heard of, I don't know if you Google nowadays, you can see Datta Samant. There was all mills in Bombay were shut. Okay? If you look at the history, Google history, you will come to know. Then people told us, because we were that time like you, my classmates, and we were all worried what will happen, will we get a job, because mills are closing down, have we taken wrong decision. 30 years now when we look back, that was nothing, no problem at all. There were so many opportunities which were opened up. So Datta Samant or today Trump, nothing will happen. Trump will go, Trump will, then everything will, the economy will boost in a different way. Today somebody had forwarded a video to me that Walmart is in US, they have closed 200 stores because of this tariff. So people in US will face the heat soon for this tariff thing, because everything is becoming expensive. Walmart cannot supply cheap things there with this kind of tariff. Okay, sir, that is their country's problem, not ours. So let us look at what we can do. So just a little bit, I have just put a bit of market immediate impact because of this tariff, what is going to happen. So this is all compiled from various press notes, because every press note which I also read was like this. So then I am worried, right? What is the future? What is the direction that the company has to take? What is the strategy that we should have to accept? And being a company which markets dyes and chemicals to the textile industry, and the textile industry selling the goods, US is not the only consumer, right? We have only one planet to sell. It is in the earth. So our products, if I have to sell it in the earth. One continent I am not selling, that's it. There are so many other continents I can look at. The opportunity should be looked at like that. Because I don't have somebody in Mars to sell. So I have only one earth. And and so let me sell here. So here this short term impact, yes, there will be a loss in revenue, there will be a drop in exports, but that will be overcome soon. There will be a squeeze on the profits. So every company is going to look at cost reduction, spending less, right? So you should be aware of this. There could also be some small MSMEs which can be vulnerable, who are exporting to US. Suppose their market more than 90% or more than anybody more than 40-50% will be in trouble. So you need to see that the companies stay afloat. Companies have to make a strategy to stay afloat. From our point of view, we have to see that companies don't go bankrupt, or we don't do business with companies which are likely to go bankrupt. Okay, so these are some things we should take care of. Because the demand drop is going to be temporary. It is not going to be a long-term thing. Today they are not, but you never know when Trump will make a U-turn and things will, take the upturn again. The raw material costs will be a pressure. The government has already made a subsidy of 11% to cotton, imports of cotton, in a way to encourage the industry. Okay, 11% down, effectively on the product will be only about 2%. But that will be, it's a good move, it's a welcome move from government. Other thing is, from yesterday, GST has come down on textiles which are less than value of 2,500. So you will see more and more people buying. I am sure all of you would have visited Zudio, right? Zudio sales are always good because they are latest in the fashion, and I will predict, being this kind, because the end product, if the GST has come down, end product is going to be cheaper. Zudio sales, you see, after a month or so, you will definitely see in the papers that they will say that their revenue has gone maybe double or triple, whatever. Right? It will go because the young crowd, because you are the crowd who goes to buy there. My children always shop in Zudio because they can use it after some time, again go and change. With whatever pocket money they get, they have enough, they can buy more. So please be on the lookout that this will definitely, it's an opportunity. Zudio is opening so many stores. It's an opportunity. Right? Okay. Then of course the others like the Europe, UK, other Asian countries, we will have sales to them. Okay? So these are again another markets which can be benefited with these tariffs. Long term, what will happen is there will be a kind of stabilization. Countries like Bangladesh, Vietnam will grow. So you don't have to restrict your employment only to India, right? You can also look at going to companies which have multiple locations. There are many companies like that. Even our Arvind, Shahi, to name a few, have got also operations in other countries. So if you guys get employed in such companies, you have various openings are available for you. Don't restrict yourself is only this. Okay. I put you some of the figures here. Direct employment of almost 45 million means it is what? 4.5 crores. Right? In millions if you look at, which includes both skilled, unskilled workers, everybody. So this thing is employing so many people. Out of which 6 million, that means 60 lakhs are into direct supporting services. And about 4 to 5% of these skilled are working in in the Indian workforce. So our labor still is, we are cheaper than other countries, Europe and all. The salary structure what I am getting, maybe the person who is abroad gets more salary there. But all the more I am happy. I don't have to worry about H1B visa. Right? When you are in India, you are. It is your country. Nobody can send you out from here. So this is another thing I would like you to think of. Sunday, the Prime Minister talked about encouraging industry in-house, buy products which are manufactured here. I would say is also work here. There are many companies which will give you employment in India. And it is possible for you to live a comfortable life in India if you do your best. That is also important. Okay. There is a lot of skill shortages, especially in shop floor training. There is shop floor, there is always a big gap. Even today there is a big gap. A lot of people, if my generation, will retire in the next 5 to 10 years. After that, who? We have few people here who are in aluminous, but they are not in production. Production, you should join production because that is where you can. There is a gap. There's a lot of opportunities over there to for the you take the experience there and run a mill is a very big thing, and it will grow. It's not that it's over. Okay. I have just put a few numbers. I will share this with you. This is basically what are the kind of segments that you can, which I have already mentioned. But to make it more simpler, I put it like this. Textile industry, like Saurabh mentioned, I have just put it completely here, is from traditional textiles to technical textiles. And I've also included fashion. Technology people can have opportunities also in the fashion field. Not only fashion designers, but fashion. Fashion designers have a limitation because they cannot think technically. So you have an edge over the people there. Because you are able to, if you have some creative mind, you can do both. Because a fashion designer thinks about some red which may not be produced, or that red will look different on different fibers. I'm just giving an example. One particular red which a designer is thinking, envisaging, may be looking on silk differently. Polyester, if you use the same red, it will look different. Cotton, it will look different. Polyester, it will look different. So as a technologist, you know which red will look how. So you have an edge over the regular fashion designer who will say, I want this color of the wood to match this fabric. Whereas you can say which fabric to use or which fiber to use. I'm just giving one example that as a technologist, how you have an edge over the others. So fashion industry is also open for you as an opportunity. QC, testing laboratories. Today I met SGS people. They are venturing into so many things now. It is not the routine testing. They are looking at, there are so many new regulations coming. REACH was one of them, Zydex is there, level 1, level 2, level 3 has come. So more and more stringent rules are coming. So the testing laboratories are trying to educate people. So they need somebody to give this background. So there are a lot of opportunities in these testing labs also. Opportunities which will come in sales and marketing, like how we are in this field. Marketing dyes, chemicals. Not only that, marketing yarn, fabrics. So that is another field. These are all techno-commercial. People knowing the base knowledge will be preferred. If you have an MBA added to this, you are welcome more. Right? So you have opportunities there also. Then the brands, like we talked about Zudio. Brands have got some people called merchandisers. Half the merchandisers know nothing because somewhere they have just joined. Okay, they don't know anything about textile. But over the period, is commercial knowledge is there, so that's how they are doing. But if you are a technologist who or a textile engineer getting into a merchandiser's role, you will do the job much better. Because as a textile engineer, you know, if you suppose there is a target for you to reduce the price, you can sit, talk with the designer, you can say use what kind of lengths you can use to make it cheaper, fabric can be made cheaper, the whole product itself, then you can discuss, you know, with dyes chemicals companies to get the effects. So there's a lot of things that you can do. Rather than just saying I will pay 20 cents for this garment and I want RSL compliance. This is exactly what happened. I can relate a real life story. One of the things when I was talking is almost 20 years back, one IKEA in Chennai, he was saying I want cash number you have to give. So we said that cash number I cannot give because it's proprietary. I cannot reveal my cash number. No. If I don't put the cash number, this thing I cannot, you know, pass this. Give me cash number. Give me cash number. So I don't know, some people might be knowing Dr. Saligram, who is now in the Reliance. Dr. Saligram was my technical partner when I was this one. He rattled off one number. And that fellow wrote it down, you know, the cash number. He said some number he said. Then after coming out, I asked Dr. Sarkar, you are remembering the cash number by heart? He said, I just told my mobile number in reverse. And that fellow, I could just write, his point is, मैं लिखूंगा तभी मेरा आगे ये बढ़ेगा. तो order निकला. So this is in lighter vein I am sharing with you all, is because the guy there doesn't even know what the merchandiser did not know cash number का मतलब क्या होता है, cash number, why is it important? Cash number is for the particular, if you all know, it is for the particular chemical, what chemicals are there in this product, in that chemical, what are the raw materials. Sometimes you can say proprietary, suppose it is under patented, proprietary number, so nobody will ask you. And you can give other two cash numbers. And which is the main, suppose there is one main component and you have 2-3 other components which you can, this one which is patented, this is acceptable. Now it is acceptable. Because at that point of time they had only like blinkers, I have to write cash number, otherwise I will not take the next one. And we could just go away with just a mobile number, we could get the product approved. So I am just sharing this. So this is somewhere as an educated person, you ask the right questions, right frame of mind, you can be, you know, in the right place. So brands like Zudio we talked of, Zudio is making they run on a very, very low inventory model. Yeah. They get new stocks every Friday and it is replenished every Friday. And you don't see any old stock in that. That means it is sold. It is sold. There is no discount. Have you ever seen any discount sale of Zudio? Zudio is putting up big stalls. There is no sales which are at discounted price because they are already keeping prices so low. And I am sure that other retailers will follow this model. The other ones means I am talking for the Indian retail, if you want, they'll give. Because that mindset is also changing. If there is a discount, then only you should buy. You know? If you price your product properly, the sales will happen. Discounts, there is a general this one, that if it is age, you give it discount. and you clear your old goods. So I think slowly you will see things, consumers will change. So we should adapt to ourselves to that. That's an opportunity. First things everybody will do is on clothes. There are new fibers coming, new cotton rich fabrics are. India was always known for cotton rich, but you see now there will be a shift to polyester blends, viscose blends, which will give you the silk-like look. Now polyester already gives. During my college days, China silk was there. China silk was nothing but 100% polyester. But there used to be like, everybody used to talk China silk. So it was like 100% polyester. So things, now there are so many blends coming up. With blends, there are also challenges that the technologists will be required. Because for different fibers, different kind of chemical processing and chemical dyes and chemicals that are used for pre-treatment, finishing, dyeing will also change, printing. So that is where your expertise will be required, and you can do that. Then of course, regular production, spinning, weaving will require a lot of opportunities are there. The R&D for spinning weaving is different, R&D for processing is different, R&D product development for brands is different. So there are n number of permutation combination that you guys can look at. Don't just look at मेरे को ये मिल में ही जाना है, ये इसमें production में जाना है. There are a lot of opportunities that you guys can look at. Yeah. There are a lot of things you will be restricted, that these particular jobs are only for ladies, for testing में डाल दो, laboratory में दे दो. It is changing. It's not required. Even companies are not. It is good to see a lot of girl students who are here in technology as well as in processing, engineering. Because it's not traditionally, maybe in my generation time, it was not there. We never had more than 2 students or 3 students who are girls. Otherwise, it used to be because the opportunities were less. Nowadays, opportunity is not there. The opportunity is not restricted. You can go to fashion brands, you can go to testing laboratories, you can be in the production as well. Production heads, I have seen a lot of production heads when you go to Sri Lanka, when you go to Thailand, when you go to even Bangladesh. There are women who are head of the departments. It is possible. So do not, I would like to tell the girls here, is don't think, restrict yourself to just saying, okay, I will not be, you sit in every campus interview that is possible, you should. And there are chances that you will get going in this. You should look at those opportunities as well. Okay. Yes.
Would you like to throw some light on ESG?
Yes, this is another new concept which is coming up. Every company is supposed to have a ESG. That means the compliance towards your energies which you are using, or sustainable methods that you have, and you have to make it, all whatever initiatives that you do, employees also, you should have, there are a set of rules that these parameters needs to be taken care of. Whether the social norms, whether suppose you have a, I'm just giving an example, is if you have a garment unit, you have employed more than 5 ladies. Whether their children, you have a creche inbuilt in the production. Every production unit should have a creche. Maternal care rooms should be available for them. So then there is also the rules of POSCO. A cell has to be there. The HR should have this no harassment, that any man or woman can go and give a complaint to the HR if anybody is harassing them. So these kind of rules are there from employee perspective. When it comes to sustainability goals, that is carbon credits, suppose we have use of solar energy, wind energy, you have other, instead of using how the boiler is fired, oil one, or whether it is based on gas. So these kind of things also have got some points. Carbon credits are given to you. This is becoming more and more important because there is a credit point to the end product also. Our t-shirt is manufactured, so they will have some point from which farm it has been picked up. The traceability is going up to farm level. Okay, here I am just digressing little, touching your point is that traceability we are working in Zydex through our agro division because we promote the protocols using biofarming. You making your own manure at using the farmyard waste which can be used, and we have extended it exclusively to cotton. Without the yield loss, we are able to get cotton which is complying to the rules of Kasturi cotton, which is promoted by Textiles. So we will be releasing it soon because we have a running project which is running with CTCBRA. So we will come back with more details on that. At the moment, I can only say these are farm protocols being followed, and we have more than 25 farmers in Maharashtra region who are working exclusively on this project for the second year. So sustainability cell. Now, to answer your response, opportunity is there because the brands have got a sustainability officer who will ensure that the product which is there, suppose a t-shirt is there, every product complies to these norms that each company has got their requirements. Use of, suppose one particular segment, they want to use organic cotton, then they will show that this particular product line is working on this. So that sustainability officer's rule or his duty is to educate internally their whole team with what are the parameters that they should comply with, and may ensure that that is all met. And a very crucial position. Now, sustainability officer is like how a safety officer was there in the past. Every factory used to have a safety officer. It is like that similar now. The sustainability officer will be there. That every industry, every company will have it. There are a lot of protocols for ESG on various listing. I just touched about one is on HR, one is on what raw materials are used, what kind of they have the goals for reaching that. So even though the things like even in this the sustainability officer will go down to the level of also collecting data of whether they are transporting inter-transport also what kind of vehicles they are using. Whether it is battery operated, whether it is diesel operated. Diesel means you are burning more carbon. Keep your carbon levels lower. Even for moving your goods to your end customer. So all this take credits. So this is all studies which are under that purview will come. Okay, the challenges for freshers, this is basically, I took the help of also Kriyesh to put this in, because what really are challenges. Are these really your challenges? I keep it open now for you to talk. Do you all find this as challenge? Long hours, working hours? How many hours do you work? 8 hours, 2 hours?
जाने का टाइम फिक्स है, आने का कोई that is the working hours.
No, but because this batch must have also. Which class were you when you were when COVID struck? You were in 10th, 12th? Diploma. That means 10th हो गया था? Huh? 11. So you are used to working from home, right? So that's a big challenge. If you have to, sir ने बोला कि coming is right, going is not fixed. So that person will find it very difficult. But don't worry. There are also companies have also changed their working styles to accommodate. You all are what, Gen Z? Or what is the Gen Z, right? Or Gen Alpha? Gen Z. So Gen Z, even companies are adapting to Gen Z. Yeah. Okay, this is like, initially there will be like, you will feel stuck. The first 1 week or I would say 3 months will be difficult. When you come out of college, then suddenly you will miss your teachers. Yeah? You will definitely miss your college. You will miss your college canteen because many of you all will be in the canteen. People will miss the college canteen. So this is normal, 3-4 months. There will be a lot of hostelates here, right? Hostelates, how you missed home and homesickness. Now I don't think you will miss home, right? In the coming 4th year. So similarly, once you get into the job, initial period is difficult, maybe 1 year. I would say 1 year. After that, you will get into the group. But what you should have, first of all, I will say all these are not challenges. The challenges is here. We should be ready to have the right attitude. Right attitude you keep. Be prepared that failures are inevitable. Okay, in student life failures are different, but here the failure will be a different type. So here the failures are costly. So you cannot say that I will learn from failures. In the company you can't say I will learn from failures because you will do a big damage in terms of because there is a money involved there, right? So be aware of that. Any step that you are taking has a commercial and commercial. What do I call that? The right word is there is a commercial ending to that. Anything has got that as the final, which will be there. So you need to be cautious. Whatever you do, keep that in mind. You may you are in R&D. You are making one product. You are making one technical textile. That person, it should be affordable by the end customer. It should be sellable. You should try to keep that in mind. Okay, but if you have a product which you go for space suits, yes, there the qualities need to be that people will invest also. Just for your knowledge, I think you all would have read that the space suit is almost 40 kgs in weight. So look at technical textiles to make it lighter, but giving the same kind of effect, output. These kind of things are important. And as I told you, lot of opportunities are there in technical textiles. Try to pick up on that because the future is there. In India, the growth will come in technical textiles. Apparel and all will go to smaller countries, cheaper countries, like your Bangladesh is there, example, which we have, Vietnam is there. People will go there. It's okay, it doesn't matter. We will do good products. It won't become zero here. We will go into higher end of products. We will go cater to the higher end of market. That will be good. So you will get a better salary. Right? Any questions further? Yeah, attitude, then adapting to corporate culture is not a challenge, but this is something which you should do. You should take up and improve your communication, teamwork, reporting structures. These all you will learn. It's not a problem. I already mentioned these. I will share this with you all. Then these things, I think most of you know. You all are more tech savvy than us, or me, and I'm talking. Yeah? If I have any problem in my mobile, I always call my children to rectify it. Yeah? When I get a new phone, I was worried that how to transfer that data. I have so many things. They said, don't worry, we just do it for you. I said, no, nothing should get deleted. We worry like that, but so you guys will know these things. Yeah. The last line, as Zydex, we are open to take you all for internships, short-term projects. Yeah. We are open to that. And please upskill yourself even when you take up a new job. I think these are all final year students. When you go into this, please do look at how you can upskill your this one. So your CV should look good, and it's all available because we all saw COVID. So everything is available online. There are so many online courses that you can do to upskill yourself. No knowledge is waste. Just listen in your free time instead of watching a reel. Watch this. It's easy to say because watching reels is addictive. Even sometimes I watch. So it is addictive. Once you start watching, then it keeps on popping up. So you keep watching. But you can also do some coursework which you can interesting things can come out. Any more questions? I am open to ask. I don't know if I have told you guys, but yes, please.
Sir, you told about the tariff thing. Market is somewhat slow in the US area. So other countries are left out. So we can develop the market there, like Africa, Australia thing. So as a medium scale viewer, how can I approach in the new markets?
See, you have a weaving
Yes.
company?
Yes.
Sit down.
Sir.
You have a weaving company of yours.
Yes.
What you can do is connect with the Indian Textile Machinery Association. There are a lot of, these guys are linked to all countries, especially Africa and these Latin America countries, Australia and all that. So you get to, once you become, as a company, you can become a member of such organizations. Then you get an access to the database of that. And they regularly do exhibitions in those countries. See, the biggest thing in these countries like Africa or Latin America, when you go, Australia is not a, Australia also, because you need to go there, but at least their language barrier is more. But whereas in Africa and also somewhere English is okay, but I think many of the Spanish and Portuguese is more prevalent in Africa as well as in Latin America. So these kind of agencies will help you network, and actually network is the best way to grow your business. So you get opportunities through them. You should go and attend an exhibition. First you go as a visitor, you come to know what it is, what they do. And once you are a member of such organizations, they also give you, and even this association is there, then you have FITI. So they give you a platform to interact. That database will be given to you. So you come to know which countries you can shortlist and then you can pitch your countries. By that you will come to know some agents there. Yeah, so the best way is to go there, put a stall. People will visit your stall. There will be people who are interested in taking your agency. Then you need to see, going through these people is, you can do a background check of that agencies also. Because in a foreign country, the biggest, when you do trade with a foreign country, the biggest challenge that you have is not to sell the product, to recover your money. Right? You can easily sell, maybe 10 people will buy your product. Whether they are credit worthy, whether they, so such agencies will make you help. So these are ways you can find. How many of you want to be entrepreneurs here? Or are you from entrepreneur background? You, I guess you are one. Anybody else who are entrepreneurs?
Want to be?
Want to be?
Here.
You want to be? There are, then what you should do is, it's a suggestion for you. Probably you should have one startup incubation cell in your department.
Yes, university and faculty all will do.
Yeah, because that is something you should maybe encourage and ask alumni to come in and give these, clear out at least the ideas which they have.
Even government is providing a seed money which starts from 50,000 to 2 lakhs. So as per project.
As per project. So I think that's another thing can be encouraged within the.
Many students have.
That's another opportunity which I didn't mention. I think when we are sending the slide to them, we will write that also. Or did you add?
Yes, startup or
इसमें है startup?
इसमें नहीं, ये roles है, इसमें नहीं, change है,
Opportunities.
the last one.
Innovation.
You can put in the box there also. And it can be, because that is something you need.
Sir, even government, which the grant which is given, it is non-refundable. So they have to consume, no repayment, and if it gets succeeded, up to 50 lakhs government use non-returnable grant to develop the business.
So to build a credibility,
Yeah.
I think incubation center is there here. I think the government then can keep giving. Otherwise, see, maybe nobody cheats, but 80% of people may come, 20% may not, be successful. But that should not become a thing that after some time government will say no, in this more loss is happening, so I will stop this scheme. So to keep that running, I think we should have an incubation center. It will be a good initiative. Because then as a startup person, you can create opportunity for so many of your juniors who will come. And as an entrepreneur, you should try to pick up from your own industry, your own college. And people who go to different colleges, you should pick from alumnus from your college. That is one way of, if I was not given the break by one of my seniors who took me in BSF from this one, or for the mill, that's how UBCT candidates you see in a lot of places. Because there is a soft corner for your own alumni. So you should pick up from your alumnus, remember that. There will be bright students.
Yeah.
The attitude some seniors have got is a standard degree. What I study, nowadays standard is wrong. That is wrong. Every generation we feel like that, but you should always, we remember is that the next generation is smarter. May not be in the way we think, but they are smarter in different ways. So So that's how you should pick your subordinates also. Who should be smarter, who can challenge you, who will at least challenge your brain to think or give something. Right?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? If not, right? So thank you. First of all, I would like to first thank my colleague Priyesh Kande, your alumnus. Priyesh, just raised to identify yourself. Priyesh put this presentation to me by just I told him the idea, but he put it in such a form that I did not correct anything. It was, what I wanted was there.
He knows the frequency.
He knows. No, in the sense what I mean is nowadays things have become easy. You put on ChatGPT, it comes. So for me, like, he's the ChatGPT. I tell him that this is idea, so I have got all this masala. Please put it in a form. Thank you, Priyesh, for putting it in this, so that I could just present it in a seamless manner. And I thank Dr. Satyajeet and Dr. Bharat Patel to give me this opportunity to give this lecture to you all. It was a nice time that I had interacting with you people, and I'm always available. You all can reach out. If you have any difficulty in your professional journeys, right? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable insights and expertise with us today. Now I request Mr. Keval, sir, to propose a vote of thanks.
On the behalf of the Department of Textile Engineering and Textile Chemistry, I sincerely thank to Mr. V.I. Sai Ganesh to insight his knowledgeable experience. I also thanks to Dr. Satyajeet Chaudhari, Head Department of Textile Engineering, and Bharat Sir, Head Department of Textile Chemistry, for their constant support. I also thanks Sweety Madam, for conducting, organizing this event, and also thanks my two best friends, Priya and Kushal, for coming. And last, all the TnP coordinators and all my colleagues and dear friends.